Hello everyone, this is Dean with Angry Engine Games. Just thought I'd do a quick video for some GMs out there that want to be able to create randomized dungeons. Pretty simple way of doing this using decks in the Roll20 system. If you look here, I have some different decks that you can use. Here's one for luck. It's basically just you're using luck tokens, you can hand them out to people. Like you can just deal them out. Say I deal myself 2 of them, gives them the ability to you to give out luck tokens, things like that, to your players, and they could just pull them out and drop them on the board, and that kind of thing. So simple stuff like that. Let me go ahead and hide that. But using this same system, you can create decks of maps that you can drop on the board. So that being said, let me go ahead and hold on. Let me zoom in on this door and get rid of it real quick. All right, so you can, let's take a look at the dungeon deck. I got 200 different cards in there. So if you look through here, these are just maps that I created using Dungeon Scrawl. That have a certain, size. They're all the same size, and they all interact with each other. Not all of them. Some of them are only, 1 entrance, 2 entrance, 3. Sometimes some are 4, where you can, do continuous dungeons. So there's 200 of these. A lot of these are really, I think there's only 50 of them, but with the turning the image, it gives you, looks like, more variety by doing that. So really there's only 50, but there's 50 in the, straight pattern, then turn to the right again, turn to the right again. So the images will look a little different. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's the deck right here. If I grab, say I shuffle, let's shuffle it first, really. All right, so shuffle the cards. So there's 200 in here. Take them, I could drop them on the board. I could sit there and go, all right, well, this one goes, put this one in this square, right? And then grab like 3 more. Now these are all random, coming out random. So obviously this wouldn't go there because there's nothing to fit there, right? But this one would. We could put this one there. You look, there, now that's an entrance leading out of that room. Put this one here. So now it goes that way. And this one, we could just turn it if we wanted to. Let's do this. Do this and just set it there. So now there's your map, right? You come in this location and you find your way through, or maybe you come in through this door. And if you want, you could just you could even go here and choose cards that maybe only have 1 entrance in and out, and use those for, to close off the loop kind of thing. So this is a great way of doing it. You just click on each of these. Since they're on the token layer right now, you hold down the shift key, and then you just switch them all over to the map layer. So now they're on the map layer. So you now can put tokens right over the map and move them around, no problem. So that's one thing you could do. You also can go ahead and, if you want to create limits on, light borders, so you can't see past them. Usually I like to change the color because it works better. So go here, go to pen, and then you just give yourself your border around here so the players can't see past those borders. And we'll stop that one and we'll do it over here. It doesn't need to be perfect either, but you can get as close as you want. So after you do that, you could add doors pretty simply. I'm sure many of you already know what, how to do much of this, but, go ahead and set your door. And I just grab it, put it there so it lines up. Then just grab the end of this one, put it there. And you can change the door to be locked or secret or opened or whatever. So, yeah. So, and now if anyone goes into this area, for instance, this guy's coming up, from here, and let's give him some light real quick. So now he has light, but he doesn't have vision. So give me a second here, since it was just a random token. But now, so now he could see only where we put the line, so he can't see past that, right? And if we want, that door's locked, so I wouldn't be able to open it. But like, say we unlock it and then go back to him, and then you could open doors as well. So then just go in, right? So this is a great way of making random maps really quickly and simply, and really effective if you need a map on the fly. I also made a bunch of tombs that have a little bit different look to them. So grab some of these. You look, these have like more alcoves, things like that, to show that these are like burial alcoves, things like that. A lot of sarcophagi. But you could sit there and play with a lot of maps like this. Dungeon Scrawl is a great resource for doing this kind of stuff, making these maps. And then, I mean, if you really look, these maps, they're simple. They're only a certain amount of squares wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 by 11. And then what I do is I do them, these square areas are 22 by 22, and I double up on these. That way, when you're looking at them, they're the squares on the map, or the lighter squares. Those are like the old D&D 10 by 10 squares. So it works out really well. And so it really takes 5 minutes to throw down a map, do a quick lighting around that map, and be done with it, right? So, I mean, you could realistically, like where this door is, if you didn't want that, or say it's a passage that leads off like this north one right here, right? And we don't want them to see past it. We could easily just put a line there, right? We could sit there and go, well, there's no, passage past that, or whatever the case may be. So you could just close it off like that's just a 30 by 10 room. But so this is great to play with. And like I said, it makes prep that much simpler because you don't have to worry about finding maps. You could just create one on the fly and be able to get it ready for your players within 5 to 10 minutes. So tell everyone to go take a bio break and throw out a map, especially if you're only doing like 4 or 5 rooms or something like that. It makes it super simple to get the lighting done as well, so you can actually have really decent dungeon adventure just from there. And using rollable tables and things like that, you can make your life simpler with what's in those rooms, right? So I'll be doing more videos down the road with that kind of stuff, teaching you how to create rollable tables, create macros, nesting those macros together to be able to get that data really fast. So if they move in from one room, they're going to go move into another one. You want to be able to have something that, what is it? What's in there, right? So, and then if you look on these maps I did here, you can see a line that leads into another room. I just leave that as a secret door. They don't need to know it's there, and you could use it or not. So if you want to use it, you could just, when you're doing the lighting, you just, you don't cover that, maybe you do it like this. And then what I usually do is I'll just choose a different color for a secret door, or not even. You don't even need to do that. You could just go to doors and place a door there. And with that door, you can make it secret. So that is a great way of doing this, to just mark it with the top there. That way they won't see a change in the lighting, right? And then you just put secret. So now if they're on the other side, and lock it, you know, but so now if they're on that other side of this door coming through this corridor, they're not going to know it's there unless they look for it. So cool things like that. If you have any comments, put them below. I'll try to respond to every comment I can. And yeah, if this makes your life easier, let me know. Thanks.